Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go!
Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the Unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked?
Bella Rita, let's drop in with our amazing and fine folks.
Absolutely, Sean. We have
Come on now, Gina, let's go.
Sean.
Go, absolutely, Sean. Let's hit it. Come on, Gina.
All right, Sean. First up, we have Miss Carolina Carvello from Northern New Jersey, up in your neck of the woods, daughter of Cuban refugees. Therefore, she's a rock star immigration attorney and activist committed to social justice. And she makes a killer flan, by the way, but she'll maybe tell us more about that. And was one of the attorneys that represented individuals at Newark Airport during the travel ban. Welcome to the Real Raw, Carolina Carvello.
Thank you.
Carolina, how are you?
I'm doing very well, Sean. How are you?
Delightful and grateful that you're here today. And what is your fun fact, and how does flan fit into that equation?
Fun fact. I guess I just bring all the zest I have, my passion for what I do, to, I guess to life in what I in my immigration work. Mm-hmm. And I just love connecting with people and hearing stories. I mean, that's what I tell my kids, that I'm a storyteller for people. And that's what I do in court. I tell stories, and I tell stories to immigration so that people can get what their dreams, which is their status.
That is a beautiful thing. Looking forward to your hello to yes dynamics for today. And Carolina, welcome to the party.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bella Rita, who's rolling with Carolina?
Who's rolling with Carolina is we have the amazing, the extraordinary Cara Di Stefano. Did I get it right? She knows so much better.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Di Stefano.
Yeah. From New Jersey to Florida, Sean. She's from my neck of the woods. Originally regional sales manager for Remen Wholesale for 11 years, 34 years in mortgage industry. Mortgage banking was one of mortgage banking's most powerful women in 2019. Here with us today, welcome Cara Di Stefano to the Real Raw.
Thank you. Great to be here. So excited.
See, Gina's so much better with Italian last names.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah.
Yes,
welcome,
I can
welcome.
say Italian last names. Thank you.
Yeah, Cara, what is your fun fact for today?
My fun fact, I got a couple of little fun facts. So I am a below deck junkie. I don't usually watch TV, but when I do, that's where I'll zone out on is below deck. I just kind of get sucked into it. I guess I really started getting into it because I have a yacht timeshare that I go on. And then I thought about, how everything goes on in the background and how much these people are
dropping
talking
a little
about
yacht
us.
timeshare fact.
Yes. Oh, it's camping on the water. It's nothing glamorous like that. So my other fun fact is that I make a killer cucumber martini. I learned that by accident going on one of my company all-star trips, and they asked us if I wanted a cucumber martini. And when we said sure, and they said, you want the upgraded vodka, the drinks came out to $100 each. So I learned how to make a good cucumber martini that would rival theirs. And that's actually my Peloton hashtag is Run for Martini. So if anybody's on Peloton and you want to look me up, I'm Run for Martinis. I've coined that one.
Important question. How far is Del Rey from Fort Lauderdale in case I want to have one of these martinis?
Half hour, you could be here.
Done.
Or I'll deliver them. I'll keep it cold.
All right, I'm coming.
Good.
All right. So we got Carolina and Cara rocking it as participants. Gina, who are our judges?
We have Mr. Mike Wilbur from Boston. He heeded guidance from his mentors, like one of those mentors being the New England Patriots, to enter law school and become a corporate entertainment and sports attorney because he spent time in the film and television industry. And he is currently representing a feature film. He's here with us today. Mike Wilbur, welcome to The Real Raw. How are you?
I'm
Mike,
well.
how the heck are
how
you?
are you guys? I'm always well. It's hard to have me down. I mean, unless it's snowing outside and there's, snow up to my knees, it's a good day.
Come on, man. And when that snow, I guess you're not a skier, Mike?
Oh, I'm a diehard skier, actually. I just don't like the snow. Like, if you can ski in 70 degrees, like Big Bear, California, that's heaven. You ski, you go to the beach, good day.
Yes, that's awesome. Well, Mike, what's your fun fact?
Quick two. One is I actually go by Wilbur because I was born in the late 80s. And if you were born in the late 80s, early 90s, your name is Michael, you say that in a room and everybody turns their head. And so I figure, you go by Wilbur. People think you're Bono. You go by one name. It works out really well. And then on top of that, my last job before I went into become a lawyer was I worked for the Wahlbergs.
Oh, very interesting. So Wilbur is in the house. So can we call you Wilbur? Is that the right way to go or no?
Please call me whatever you want. Just don't call me later stupid.
Do you prefer Mike or Wilbur?
I go by Wilbur most of the time. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Wilbur, welcome to the party. Happy to have you here. Gina, who else we got?
All right, joining us from Northern New Jersey. She focuses on life planning and is like a financial superstar, mostly works with professional females and medical professionals. Mama 4 has 2 COVID puppies. With us today, welcome Julia Prisco from Northern New Jersey.
Thank you. Hello. Great to be here.
How are you today? What part of Northern New Jersey do you hail from?
My office is in Paramus, right by you guys.
Do tell. That's amazing. So yes, Julia, welcome to the party and thank you. And what is your fun fact?
I think my kind of theory about life is your most precious asset is your time. And so I really am a big believer in squeezing in as much as possible, like between 4 kids, a job, running, like I really all try to pack it in. So that's how I live life.
Well, let's have some fun in our time today. P.S. Do you ever go to Qtopia in the Paramus Park Mall?
No.
Amazing place for like stop-in massage during COVID and good protocols and all the things in the wonderful Paramus Park Mall in Paramus, New Jersey. So a quick feature presentation for them. But Julia, thank you so much for being here.
Great to be here. Thanks.
Gina, we got Wilbur, we got Julia, and we have
from Germany, the young Platt superstar, Mr. Chris Goethel, brought to us by Peter Swain. Helps investors evaluate their business deals like industrial mathematics background, medical engineering, process optimization. He is a superstar in biohacking. Welcome, Chris. We're so glad you're here. Welcome to The Real Raw.
Thank you so much. So grateful for being in this so amazing community.
Yeah. Well, Chris, love you being here, man. How long you been in Platt?
Actually, since December, and it's been a crazy time. It's just like, it feels like 10, 15 years already. It's just, I'm so grateful.
Did you sign up at Date with Destiny?
I know. Actually, I signed up at the first DPW virtual and postponed. Initially, I wanted to postpone until financial, and then the first time I got into the environment, I was like, "Oh no, move it earlier. I want to start right now."
Oh, that's awesome, Chris. Are you going to Costa Rica in June or no?
Yes, I am.
All right, we'll see you in Costa Rica, man. What's your fun fact?
Oh, actually, when I was young, actually, I wanted to become is it called trash collector? I think it was trash collector. So because basically I did see them, I was like, oh, that's awesome, traveling the world while helping people. And actually, I mean, the vision has expanded a lot since then, but it's basically the same. So,
well, that is a very fun fact. Trash collecting is present. And Gina, thank you so much for being here, Chris. Looking forward to meeting in person. And Gina, we got, I think, the sales sorceress, do we not?
We do. And we have one more judge.
We do. This is a 4-judge day. Bella Verita, can you believe this? A 4-judge day. And wait till talk about my fun fact from the last 24 hours. But yes, let's hit our 4th judge, Gina.
Oh, well, I can't wait to hear that now, Sean. Well, this gentleman was born into a doomsday cult. He has incredible energy. He's a self-proclaimed nerd, he says, top producer in real estate, also an entrepreneur, aspiring real estate investor, an extroverted introvert, he says, like jazz by details, critical thinking, technology, debate, and negotiation, a vegan distance runner, obsessed with Star Wars. I had to share all that because it's incredible. Mr. Derek Lee, coming also from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Welcome, Derek Lee.
Derek,
thank you.
What is it? Dude, that's a lot.
It is a lot. I realized it when I heard it. I'm really glad to be here.
What is your favorite Star Wars movie?
So Return of the Jedi is probably my favorite, followed by Empire Strikes Back. I don't like the 3 in the middle that followed the first 3. I just, if you like those, I can't even talk to you. That's really
it. He's serious.
I'm signing off. Right. So not even Revenge of the Sith? You can't even get down with the
No.
Got it.
No. I'm sorry. That turned my stomach a little bit, but I'm back.
So my level 5 listening can unpack a lot right now, team, but I will reserve my unpacking. Yes. So awesome to have you here. And who's your favorite Star Wars character?
Han Solo, probably.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Now I'm really curious. I want to know well, I guess we'll hear what unpacking means. So
yeah,
I'm excited.
Unpacking would mean like level 5 listening and what that would tell us. Okay. So about somebody, how they process and assess the world, situations, people, places, things, because based on one micro detail of information, see Sherlock Holmes, we can deduce many things. So that's all. And so the degree to which you would have emphatically stated your position about resistance to those 3 movies would discuss and describe a lot of your assessments, your certainty in and around them, intentionality of life philosophy, how you would influence, and a whole bunch of other things.
Oh, I'm so curious now. Okay, I'm super excited.
By the way, Bella Verita, we'll introduce Bella, and we'll see if we're having fun or being silly or telling the truth. Because P.S., just for fun, let's get to Bella first, and then we'll come back. So Bella Verita started selling not tots, on her front lawn. By the way, I did that one on purpose. So not funny, but funny faux pas from a past moment when I said that Bella Verita was selling tots on her front lawn. She was not selling tots on her front lawn, but rather crafts as a tot on her front lawn as an 8-year-old, where her sales career began. She eventually became the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada after becoming a 7-figure earner in the space of network marketing. Is now the chief 6-figure sales sorceress at Alliance Sales. It sounds fun, it sounds quirky, but she is drop dead rising rock star in the space of influence, integrity, acceleration, business building, and the placement of talent to grow your business, to make things magical in your world. Bella Verita, it's an honor and a privilege to call you co-host of The Real Raw. What's happening?
Hello, Mr. Callaghy. It is an honor and a privilege to be here.
Yes. And what is your fun fact, Bella Verita?
My fun fact today, Sean, is I think it was like 6, 7, 8 years ago. I don't know. But I actually had a Star Wars birthday. So there was a Star Wars movie that came out in December. And I have a friend who manufactures the Star Wars costume, has a contract with Disney and everything. And so he has like a warehouse full of costumes. So like 10 people all wore Star Wars costume and went and saw the opening of I cannot remember which Star Wars it actually was.
What year, what birthday?
This had to be probably at least 7 years. It was the one that came, there was one that like didn't come out for a long time, and then there was one that came out, and it was that one. Like, they had, like, and then they've been releasing one like every couple of years. But it was like that first one after like a really long time.
Would have been either the first one was The Force Awakens. Does that ring a bell or no?
That could be it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Where,
but yeah, we all dressed up. I can go back into my pictures and look, and I can tell you.
Where Derek's favorite character took a lightsaber through the heart, very tragically.
Yes.
After
that was the one.
And I note this for Derek, after his favorite character had graduated from his cynicism and his lack of belief, and actually stepped forward into a space of true believing about the power of the Force. And that's a fun pre-frame. So, hey.
Okay.
And just a fun fact too is popcorn is not that easy to eat with a stormtrooper helmet on your head. Just saying.
So, yes. And hey, by the way, my name is Sean Callaghy. Thank you very much for having me here as well and being here with us. My fun fact is that 24 hours ago, when I was at my daughter's track meet in her senior year, and things were going very nicely, we were beating our arch rivals, completing yet another undefeated track season, second ever in school history. And my daughters were together on the last one, skipped the year in COVID, and here they are, my daughter's senior year, which has been a rough senior year. So super happy that they completed that. And I saw my high school JV baseball coach for my freshman year. I was, I played a bunch of sports at Emerson. I went on to play baseball at Columbia, and this person had a very meaningful part of my life. And so I went to see Coach Crandall because his fence abuts the high school. So I go walking down and say hi to Coach Crandall, and I go to put my fingers through the fence to like give him like a handshake, kind of a little fit like thing through the chain link fence, and his dog jumps up and attacks me. So yeah, these like holes in my fingers and hand are from 24 hours ago. But here's the best fun fact. I was on a coaching call with Mike Reeder. And to this minute, Bella, Gina, Mike is a wonderful coaching client. He owns an accounting firm, do huge things in the world. Mike never even knew I was attacked. As blood is shooting out of my finger, I'm on the coaching call, had zero reaction. And to this minute, Mike Reeder does not know I was attacked by a dog when finishing up his coaching call. That is my fun fact for today.
That is extraordinary, Sean.
You are insane.
So Gina, we love you. Thank you for watching this the multiverse of Unblinded. Yes, it's a beautiful thing.
Thank you.
I am blind and rescued Gina Ricci in the middle of the night in the ocean. That is a story for a different day in like hurricane conditions and to what Bella Rita surf. We're just having fun today, Gina, and all those are true. Mwah, love you and see you soon.
This is true. All right. Love you, Sean. Thank you so much for creating this incredible shared experience. Have fun in the multiverse, everyone. Buckle up. It's going to be a great time. Bye.
Gina.
Awesome job, Gina. Bella Rita, who's going first, my friend?
Ooh, well, since my friend Cara is going to make me a cucumber martini, I think I'm going to have to go with Carolina first.
All right. Carolina, are you ready to go first?
Yes.
Your hesitancy and uncertainty are present, but I am sure you're going to crush it. Bella Rita will be anybody you wanted to be. What are we even doing here, Bella? Like, what is this? This is a space of realizing that everything happens after yes. Everything. And no is relevant, but story for a different day. In our marketing, our selling, our leading, our managing, our recruiting, those 5 things are the space of all business building and acceleration in the world. They are the source of your money, your time, and your magic. Now, there's a lot more than knowing how to go from hello to yes, which we'll just play with and touch on today. There's like, what do you do with it? And how do you create exponentiality? That's a story for a different day. But for now, let's stay in that space. So Belle will be anybody you want her to be. She might be a potential client that you're marketing to or selling to, perhaps recruiting. Maybe you're raising money for a charity or an investment. She'll be anybody you want her to be in the world, Carolina. So who would you like her to be?
I guess a client, prospective client.
And by the way, is it Carolina or Carolina?
It's Carolina.
My apologies, Carolina.
That's okay. I get called a lot of names.
No. We want to get it.
That was my influence, John. Sorry.
Yeah. No. We want to get perfectly right. Yeah. So Carolina, thank you so much. In fact, one of the most prominent leaders and managers in our Cali law, I have a 125 person law firm right now, is Carolina. She drives medical revenue recovery and does an incredible job. So thank you for being here. I will have that stick for sure. And so who would you like Bella to be as an ideal client? Like, what does that look like? What is she up to and what's happening?
I guess it's really a client that, I think in my business, it's challenging is sort of get a client that is sort of skeptical about retaining my services because there's a lot of immigration attorneys.
Yeah.
Sure. And then there's the cheaper option, which is going to a notario, right? A consultant. And so I think one of the challenges I have is sort of setting myself apart besides just, your background, where I went to law school and all that kind of stuff. Besides saying, I've won so many cases, it's sort of conveying, what I try to do is convey some sort of sense of comfort, trust. And it's hard because there's just a lot of competition now.
So how about this? So Bella is coming from Iceland and she's looking to immigrate to this country and evaluate. Sound good?
I was going to choose to come from Ireland. Why do I not get to choose where I'm coming from? Like beer drinking, Ireland.
Perfect. All right, Bella's coming from Ireland, and Bella, take us in.
Hello, Miss Carolina.
Hello. How are you?
I'm
Bella,
great. How are you? I was going to try on my Irish accent. It didn't work out.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent. How about yourself?
Doing well. You came to my, so I'll just start off with, so you came to my law firm. How can I help you today?
Yeah, I am here visiting from Ireland, and I think I want to stay.
Okay. Do you know how you entered the country?
By a plane.
Okay. So you came in on a tourist visa or what other kind of visa did you come and enter?
Yeah, just on a tour visa. Like I came to visit. I've never been to America before, and I kind of like it here.
Okay.
And I want to.
Well, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I am Irish. I grew up in Ireland. On the rolling hills, singing Sound of Music. That's what we grew up on. It's kind of what my life, looked like. And I dreamed about coming to America and dreamed about maybe having a business here. Being able to, maybe open a custom brewery. Because Ireland beer is very popular in Ireland, and that's how we come together and have a shared experience. And wanted to bring my favorite version of fish and chips and beer to the United States.
Okay, great. And what are you looking for today? Are you looking for a way to adjust your status, or?
Yeah, like what, I don't even know. Yeah, like what do I need to do? And especially I don't know how things work. With COVID right now, how do I start immigrating and getting things in the works to be able to, because I imagine I've got to go back to come here, and I don't even know where to go.
Okay. Do you want to stay here temporarily, return back to your home country, and then think about potential options? I mean, are you trying to? Are you looking for business opportunities?
Options. Okay. I do love options. So if I could have the option to go back, that would definitely be valuable.
Okay. So one question I do have is, how long have you been in the United States on your tourist visa?
About 2 weeks.
Okay. Okay. And the intention of your trip this time has been just to, what was the purpose of your trip?
The purpose of the trip was to, come visit, to check things out. And, it was kind of a contemplation if we wanted to move here. Weren't really certain. Now it is certain because we have better beer in Ireland than you do here.
Yeah. So excuse me, Bella, your cousin Patty O'Hara is on the phone, and he's saying that he's got a buddy that can help you out. He's got 40 different dudes that would marry you to have you in the country. So can you take that call real quick?
Fantastic. I've been looking to get married. Can't wait.
All right. Carolina, Bella will be right back. She's going to take a quick, important phone call.
Sure.
I'm going to go marry 50 different dudes. Is polygamy legal here?
No.
You can ask Carolina about all these things when you come back in round 2 after your phone call. I'm not sure if Patty O'Hara knows what he's doing, but maybe Carolina can save you from this. So, Cara, ready for round 1, and who would you like Bella to be?
I'm ready for round one. Bella, I think I want you to be that rock star salesperson that you are, that I'm trying to recruit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really challenging myself today, but that's part of this because I want to learn from this. So
do it.
All right, let's go.
All right. So ding, 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 giving you a call, Bella.
This is Bella Verita. How can I help you?
Hi, Bella. Cara DiStefano with Remen Wholesale. How's it going today?
Great. Who is this?
Cara DiStefano. I'm the regional sales manager over at Remen.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah,
How can I help you?
I've seen you at conferences, and I see your posts all over Facebook and LinkedIn, and you're a rock star at what you're doing. And I really think that I could really work with you a little bit further to really take you to the next level. I don't know how familiar you are with us. I'm not here to sell you. I just wanted to kind of chat with you, see if there's a mutual interest. There's a lot of changes going on in the industry, and I thought maybe perhaps we could kind of talk and converse and see if there was any kind of interest in continuing more of a conversation going further about how I can help you take your business to the next level.
Yeah, I mean, I'm open to a conversation. I'm pretty good when it comes to, sales and influence. I'm not sure, where you might be of assistance, but, what is it that you had in mind?
So tell me, what kind of production are you doing these days with your company? I know you're over with XYZ company, and I know they're doing some really fantastic numbers, but where are you sitting at that?
Like our sales numbers, our sales volume?
Yeah, your sales, your personal sales.
Yeah, so my personal sales probably sit around like 300,000 a month.
Okay, got you. Now, good numbers. Are you satisfied with that?
I mean, I don't know that I'm ever satisfied, to be honest. A sale, I don't think a really great sales professional is never really satisfied. We're always, pushing ourselves to the next number. Am I proud of reaching that number? Yes. Am I looking to grow? Yes.
Great. So do you feel that your company is the right place for you to be able to grow that to the next level? Because I think you're a rock star too. So I see you out there. So do you think your company is that company that's going to be able to propel you to the next level?
I mean, maybe. I've done pretty good here so far.
Yeah, no doubt.
But as a sales, professional I'm always open if there is something greater that comes along.
That makes a lot of sense. So, I'm not here obviously to tell you how to do your business, but I can tell you that the formula we have here at Remen is different than anything else that we have out there. Our culture and our communication is completely different than anything else you've experienced out there. And I think I could help you achieve those goals. Yes.
I need to interrupt real quick, because I have a feeling my coach is going to interrupt this call saying I should follow what he's doing and not listen to anybody else. So pardon me for a moment before I get in trouble.
It's funny you should say that. Adam Gugino is on the phone, Bella, to talk to you, and he said there's big problems in this role play. So yes, let's take a quick pause.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. Cara, excellent job. Wonderful
Thank
job.
you.
How'd that feel for you?
Felt pretty good, but I did know I was dealing with a rock star in Bella. So, it's, you really, you gotta play on the, on what you're feeling comfortable with and where I could just take her to the next level.
Yeah,
So.
and we're coming back in round two for both Carolina and for Cara in a second. But first, let's drop in with our incredible judges. And judges, what we're assessing in this round is 15 seconds on what worked, 15 seconds what could be optimized, a score on a scale of 1 to 10. But what we're not looking for is to get to the yes. Like the conversation's been interrupted midway. There's a lot more to talk about. What we're assessing this first round is the depth of connection that was created. Like, was listening opened, connection made, maybe a little something put at stake, where Bella's becoming curious about what's happening. And we're going to split the judging this first round. And Wilbur, what do you have, please, for Carolina?
Hey, Carolina.
So I base a lot of my negotiations and everything in my personal life off of something Apple taught me, which they give you an acronym of approach somebody, probe them for what they're looking for, position the idea, listen to any amendments they're going to make to that, and then exit with giving them what you can offer best, or what they call a BATMA, your best alternative to the negotiated agreement. And I think that you did quite a good job at approaching things, and you started to probe. I think the probing just got a little bit too long there before there was able to position the solution for everything.
And your score for her is?
I would give that right up in the 8s, potentially 8 and a 5, if we had a little bit more of that time for that position.
Nice. Excellent job, Wilbur. Thank you. Julia, please, what'd you have for Carolina?
I thought you did an excellent job, Carolina, asking questions, finding out what her concerns are, what her worries are. I guess my only kind of advice is kind of what I've been doing as well during this time is really working on that personal connection up front before asking the specific questions about, what she's looking for specifically, is really just, I guess, focus on making a connection, finding out more about her and what makes her tick and what's worrying her.
And your score for her is?
I would say the same, between 8 and 9 somewhere. I thought it was very well done.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that, Julia. Let's go to Chris. What did you have for Cara?
First of all, I really liked basically how you interacted with her. That was awesome in terms of complimenting her and basically really giving her the credits for what she already was doing, because she already was a rock star. And I could really feel that basically her need for basically the significance of like being rewarded for that was like fulfilled. And also in terms of if she already was satisfied, I think like there would be like even maybe one step further in terms of like giving her, putting her needs like to the top within the own company, that she really can grow more. So.
And your score for Cara is?
I would give it a 9.3.
Beautiful.
Excellent job. And Bella, who have we not had judge yet?
Mr. Derek Lee.
That's right, Derek. So Derek, what'd you have, please, for Cara?
For Cara, I thought it was actually really good as well. The only thing that caught my attention was there were 2 times that something was said to the effect of, I'm not trying to sell you, or I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job. So it seemed like it drew attention to something that was, their connection was being built. And it seemed like that was contrary to that. Otherwise, I think it was a great lead in, and I would also give her a 9 point, and you know what, 9.4. Sorry, Chris.
Derek, I love you. Derek, who is your favorite Jedi?
Oh, my favorite Jedi. I mean, it would be too cliche to say Luke Skywalker.
Okay, so who would you say?
Yoda.
Oh, excellent. Well,
like a quintessential nerd.
I love it. And what does a nerd mean to you?
Oh, you know what? I value in intelligence, to be honest. I mean, I value anything related to intellect, and
awesome.
That's
it. And quick fun fact, we didn't address this. I don't know if it's fun fact. The Doomsday Cult part was a part of your bio background. What did that make present for you, available for you? Obviously you shared it. Thank you for the vulnerability and sharing that. What was that all about?
So the first 16 years of my life were really tough, because I was in a walled garden. I didn't know anything other than what I was told.
Right.
And so my perception of the world and everything and everyone around me was different than really what was out there. So I had to adjust to having everything taken away from me. So basically, when you leave, it's not, you don't leave willingly. So you lose your family, you lose any financial backing you have. I experienced homelessness. I experienced a lot of things. So it really made me appreciate people and relationships, because I had to rebuild all of them. That was it.
Well, congratulations on your incredible overcoming, courage, and vulnerability. Really appreciate being here today. Awesome story, man. Thank you. Bella, Are we ready for round two?
Yes, we are.
We're going to switch it up. Cara, Bella is done with her conversation with Adam Gugino, who did take his company from $3.5 million to $750 million in Inc. 500 magazine, 3 consecutive years, co-founder of Unblinded, who's like, Bella, where are you going? So take it from there, Cara. Thank you.
Great, thanks. Well, I do appreciate your time today, being able to look at other opportunities out there. So question for you, again, you said you certainly could see yourself taking it to the next level. What is holding you back from those opportunities, from being able to take it at the next level at your company?
What is holding me back? I don't know that anything is, really truly holding me back, because the environment is very growth mindset. I get the support. We're continuously innovating on a regular basis. I always think the biggest thing that stops me in any result that I'm going after is just myself, my own, process mastery.
Got you. So what if I were to talk to you a little bit more? Maybe we can meet face to face over some coffee or some lunch and, talk a little bit about those things that maybe are holding you back. And, I'm 34 years in the business. Maybe I can offer you some advice, some opportunities, some information that might put you into a mindset of taking you to the next level.
Yeah, so I'm curious because as we were so rudely interrupted, the current coach, my current boss that I work for, current coach I work with, grew a company from 4 million to 750 million, and we're consistently innovating. And I'm curious, what you would offer, or why you think sitting down having that meeting with you would be more beneficial than, the coaching that I'm already getting.
Well, I'll tell you, I definitely appreciate the coaching. I know Adam very well. He's done an incredible job in the business and in the industry. I can tell you that one thing we have as well is that same growth mindset. And I think the difference with us versus where you are within your company, you're great. And there's a lot of people in there, but I would love to see you as the big fish in the small pond at my kind of company, because we are very much, we're a national company with a very mom and pop feel, and we really do care about our people, and we really do want to give them the tools and the ability to take it where they don't have a limit on it, no ceiling, no cap on it. And like I said, even if we just, leave, and chat and have friends, and this may not be the right time for you, I'd love to be able to make that connection with you and, compare efforts and things like that to see, where everything's going. It's a small world out there, a small business world out there, and it's good to connect with smart women like you.
I would definitely be open to that.
Hey,
Right.
Bella, Sean Calgey's on the phone for you. And
does he have a cucumber martini waiting for me? The meeting I'm about to go to has a cucumber martini waiting for me.
He does not, but he's got a meeting set up to get on stage with Tony Robbins. So we'll call you right back.
Pretend this is the martini.
So, Cara, awesome job. So awesome job. Quick thought. I thought you were terrific. How would you feel about if instead of stepping into the comparative frame, because everything's about frames we step into, what if you're just like, hey, listen, I'm sure you're super happy. You said everything isn't perfect, in terms of your own results. Forget about where we're going with it. I'd love that you get together, have a cucumber martini, and the same way you might go to a doctor, get a second opinion, and look at anything. Maybe there's a couple of things I could share with you and add some value. It's all I ever want to do is add value.
Yeah.
So you almost can simplify the offer and proposal. You don't need to convince Bella that your opportunity is better in any way, and simply have a small value unpack. Because she loved the cucumber martini, she loves you already, right? And then you have the small simple ask. How do you feel about that?
I agree, because once I started thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, let's do less of the sell and let's get more of the people connection here. So I recognize that. Thanks, Sean.
No, it's awesome, Cara. And the simple promise is just to add value. hey, if you give me an hour and a half of your time, I will add value. That's it, right? And now you have an integrous exchange in the conversation without needing to get all the way here, because you don't need to. You're just going to get together with an awesome person, add some value. So awesome job. I love your energy. I love your congruence. Great job.
Thanks. You want a martini?
I will definitely have a sweet tea and some Twizzlers for sure. Bella will have my martini. I think she'll drink both. Bella, would you have my martini?
I would have your martini. Yes.
Thank you. I'm not confused. So seriously, Kat, awesome job. Carolina, Bella is back from her very troubling phone call with her cousin, Patty O'Hara. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, please take us in.
Hello, I'm back.
Hi, Bella. How are you?
I am good. I just got 50 wedding proposals, so I'm not quite sure where to go from here.
Oh my goodness. Well, let's discuss that. What do you
Is getting married a good way to immigrate to the country?
Well, it's one option. I mean, there's various options depending on the circumstances of your case. I know you've mentioned it before to me that you came on a temporary visa, on a visitor's visa, and you're exploring your options. So I would like to hear more about like what your comfort level is, as far as what would you like to
My
see?
comfort level and what exactly do you mean? My comfort level in getting married, my comfort level in moving here?
Well, I think so. You said you were just, you got all these calls. So I just wasn't sure if you're more focused on possibly starting a relationship with someone, or you're looking.
Wait, do you have to have a relationship with someone to marry them? Can't you just get married to stay here?
You need to enter into a valid relationship and valid marriage to immigrate here if you're going to do a marriage-based visa.
Got it. And okay, so how, what are my different options? Is that really, because I've seen TV shows, I saw this movie one time with Sandra Bullock and is it Ryan Gosling or someone? And they interrogated the heck out of them for getting married to keep her in the country. So I don't know if I want to go through that.
Well, there is at every phase of every immigration petition, there is a point where you will have an interview with immigration and they will ask you a series of questions, but it all depends on the type of visa that you're applying for. So, I mean, you have family-based immigration, which is where you can get married to someone, a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, or if you have your U.S. citizen is going to be sponsoring you as a fiance, you can come on a fiance visa. But
that sounds fun.
Yes. And then there's the option if you're looking to you come on, sort of through an employer-based visa. But I tend to handle more the family-based arena. So fiance visas, marriage-based visas, humanitarian visas. That's what I concentrate my work on.
Got it. Well, being that I want to open a business here, it sounds like a family visa. I like the sound of this fiance visa because then I'll fully commit to the whole marriage thing. Just have a fiance. I kind of like that plan. And then, or the humanitarian, I'd be interested to hear more about that too. But I know we only have a few more minutes or a few more seconds. So I'm not sure where to go from here.
Well, we can first discuss the fiance option. So basically, with the fiance option is if you are dating somebody within the last 2 years, you've had a relationship and you can demonstrate with documentary proof, pictures, emails, plane tickets, then that individual can petition for you on a fiance visa.
Got it.
And then once you arrive here, you have 90 days to marry the United States citizen, and then you can later adjust your status and get a green card.
Got it.
Nice. So wait, Bella, it's cousin Patty again. And he's like, don't do it. I got another good dude for you.
Okay.
Excellent job. Carolina, nice work. How'd that feel for you?
A little bit better. I was a little nervous the first time.
You did awesome. So Carolina, were you ready to have a little bit more fun?
Do you mean to have your camera closed, John?
I do not. Thank you, Bella. Oh, I don't know what's happening. Is it open or closed?
It's open.
Okay, nice. So yeah, Carolina, would you like to have a bit more fun?
Sure.
Okay, so one of you guys or ladies is gonna have the ability to put me on the spot now. I have to go from hello to yes. So I'm gonna put a number under the table and whoever guesses closest gets the option of either setting the scenario for me to go from hello to yes, just like Carolina and Cara just did, or could pass it to somebody else if they're choosing. So I have a number between 1 and 10. down.
Ooh, you're switching it up.
Yes, we're having a little bit of fun. So let's go with this. Carolina, what number do you guess?
7.
Okay. Cara, what number do you guess?
You're on mute. So we didn't hear you, Cara.
Sorry, 6.
Okay, thank you. Let's go, Derek.
4.
It is a 4. Derek has hit the number on the head. So Derek, you get to set the scenario or pass it along to somebody else. So I will be anybody you want me to be, an avatar in business, a fictional character, needing to go from hello to yes about anything in the world. The only core ingredient is that it's integrous. So we can't be selling swampland in the middle of London. It has to be something integrous. So what would you like to set the scenario, Derek, or pass it?
You know, as much as I'd like to set it, I'm going to pass this time because I'm so fascinated by this. So I'm going to pass it.
Okay, very, very cool. So who would you like to pass it to?
Wilbur.
Nice, Wilbur. So would you please set the scenario? Who would you like me to be?
That's a very good question. Let's make it really interesting and difficult. And for the Entourage fans out there, let's go with an Ari Gould.
Okay, and I've never seen Entourage, so just give me the scenario.
So
I can step in. Go ahead.
Ari's think of yourself, actually. Think of a very big powerhouse lawyer who, in addition to being the big successful man, is probably the biggest talent agent in the industry.
Ooh, and who am I trying to go from hello to yes with? About what? What's the yes I'm seeking? Yeah.
The yes you're seeking would be, let's put it also in real world terms. Let's say you want to get Mark Wahlberg to do another Transformers movie.
Ooh,
this is gonna be fun.
Very, very interesting. Okay, so let's go with, and who would you like to be Mark? Who do you want to be, Mark Wahlberg, or you want to pass that to somebody else?
No, I'll definitely pass that one because I don't want to get myself in trouble with my former employer here. And let's see Chris do it. I would love to see, you know, a European take on the very Boston Mark Wahlberg.
By the way, maybe this person was on a investment call that I was on like in less than a year ago. Maybe the person we're talking about. So this is super fun. Okay, so Chris, you're Mark Wahlberg. Sound good?
This is going to be funny.
Yes, I love it.
This is great.
All right, so here we go. Awesome job, everybody, by the way. Okay, we got 3 minutes. Hey, Mark, listen, I really appreciate you taking the call. It's Ari. Thank you for spending the time. Dude, I know you're super busy.
Yeah, it's been a crazy time. I mean, so much stuff to do and so many films. So yeah, I love it.
And listen, I know you have every choice in the world. And what I don't know is I don't know you particularly well. And so my question is, and obviously I'm not going to blow smoke and tell you what a big fan I am. I am. I really appreciate your work at a deep level. But my question is, what's it all about from here? That incredible diversity in your career as a musician, an artist, you know, humor, drama, all the things in between. What's the legacy that you are trying to create, Mark? And what's going to further that legacy from here, please?
I mean, that's a really good question. I think it's really about giving people experience and really having them fun and basically really transform their life, create magic moments, and basically set them up for a greater path so that they get in a greater state and that they can really have some fun, feel good about themselves and see the light in the world.
Yeah, and there might be just some interesting serendipity in your answer, which we'll come back to. But I hear that, and I appreciate your time. I know we only got about 2 minutes to go before we have to jump. But I really want to make sure that this is a fit for you, this conversation, to have a longer one. So when you share those things, how do you see that being fulfilled? You know, that impact, that connection, that transformation, as you talked about. How do you see that being created in your work going forward from here?
Actually, that's interesting because nobody asked me that ever. I think it's really, I mean, since it's like when you think about the movie, it's the world, it's like really hard to see the direct feedback. So rather than just focusing on the numbers of the sales numbers. I think basically what I would love to have is basically get that direct feedback again, and basically having it not just only about being about the money, but really having it basically being around the impact.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. And Mark, again, I appreciate it very much. We have like a minute to go. Would it be okay to share just a little bit about me? 'Cause I'm not sure if you know and understand me, my background, and what I'm here to propose to you. If there's some resonance, that we have a longer conversation.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah. So again, my name is Ari, and I work in the space of creating agreements between incredibly powerful people. And that comes with interesting reputation preceding it, but truly from my heart, the value I create and why I've been as successful as I have at what I do is because I don't put people into matches that don't make sense. And what I'd like to see is, if I'm going to propose something to you to talk about that at first blush may seem inconsistent with your vision, but if you gave me 30 minutes, and I promise you my reputation in Hollywood, that we're going to unpack the value. And when I pre-frame it that way, here goes. There's another Transformers movie. And what you may be feeling is like, oh my God, not another tired, horrific sequel. I don't need the money. I don't need all these people to see it. I want to create impact. But in the spirit of what Sylvester Stallone has done with the Rocky franchise and the Creed movies, and perhaps in the spirit of what Christopher Nolan did in the Batman movies, Dark Knight movies, with Christian Bale, what happened in those dynamics were potentially tired, played out storylines were recreated in powerful, epic ways that people found to be profoundly Academy Award nominatingly impactful. So believe it or not, and it sounds utterly ridiculous, but if you give me half an hour, the creation of these movies as epic sequels of impact for people are present here. And that's what I'd love to talk to you about, if there's any resonance at all. And I do thank you for your time. What are your thoughts?
Wow. I mean, even though I had sworn not to ever enter that movie space again in that specific part, I mean, wow. Basically, even if I want to say no, I can't say no, because this resonates within me, and I'll have to take that opportunity.
Now, half an hour of your time on my reputation, and you will not be sorry, Mr. Wilbur. Thank you.
Love it. Thank you so much.
All right, Wilbur, your thoughts?
I love it. And I love, you actually brought in what I was talking about before, in that there's nothing binding there, right? You've shown him what value you want to bring to the table, how it can actually benefit him. And all you've asked for is just to talk for 30 minutes. You have a BATNA built in. If he still doesn't want to do the movie, you still got that 30 minutes to show your value to him. And so worst case scenario, you've created a relationship going forward for other things, and you can never have any negative from that.
All right. Well, thank you, brother. Chris, how'd that feel for you?
Actually, interesting. I mean, that was amazing. I mean, I could really feel the integrity in the heart, and it's really even if it did not, even if it had not sound interesting, like in terms of the result, just by the amount of heart you were putting in there. I mean, I could really feel that, and it's like not taking that opportunity would be insane.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And this
Chris,
all began. Oh, I'm sorry, Bill.
Yeah, I was going to say, Chris, because I know that you're in the Tony world, and you just said like heart and integrity. And do you know that Tony Robbins actually said in front of a room of like 200 people that there's no one that leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy? Have you heard that story?
Yeah, so true. And I couldn't agree more, because it's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. This amazingness and this fun started with you, Derek, passing the scenario. I'm curious because I see you as somebody who's deeply analytical, who is looking for potential mismatching and incongruity. So I appreciate that enormously. How did that process land for you?
So I'm a little bit speechless, which doesn't happen often. And the reason I'm saying that is because for a couple of reasons. First, I was mesmerized. as you were doing that. And I don't need to go into, being sappy, but I was mesmerized. That's number one. Number two, it felt so sincere and heartfelt. I don't understand how anyone could say no. And number three, I mean, the truth is you called me out on something. At the end of the day, I'm always looking for, I'm the skeptic. So I'm looking for the catch, and I didn't find it. And that means a lot to me. So that's where it left me. I'm kind of speechless there.
And I'm on the verge of tears, straight up legit, because I desperately wanted you to pick the number. I either wanted you to set the scenario or pass it. I swear to God, I did not cheat. I dropped the 4 because it was my high school baseball number to start. So I honor and appreciate your skepticism, and there's immense value in it. And my only concern and fear for people in the world is that when our skepticism can block us from truth and seeing truth because we could believe it's just not out there. So that was an honor, and I really mean that. So thank you for being here today. Thank you for even saying yes to this. I really appreciate it. And that's what integrity-based human influence is all about, is about how do we reveal truth to people? Because it's so hard with the unbelievably crowded world of messaging that is not in integrity. So I truly appreciate that. And thank you for being here. Thank you, Derek.
Thank you.
Yeah. So judges, I know we had amazing Carolina and Cara share. We're gonna go back to giving them some scores. Hopefully you have your notes. And this round, we're gonna switch up who is giving some feedback to whom. And we will start this round, please, Derek, with you. And this time it's Carolina. Do you have some notes for Carolina and a score perhaps?
So I think Carolina, yes. I thought you did a really good job. It felt like you were more comfortable this time speaking to Bella. The only thing that I saw is maybe just maybe seeing even more value that you bring to the table, and maybe asking for that time to spend, because you seem to explain everything. You were trying to explain everything up front in that conversation, and I think you could have maybe done that down the road by making that connection to talk later. But overall, I would say 9.3. I like that number.
Nice. Excellent job, Derek. And for somebody out there, Derek, who is getting an invite to come on The Real Raw, there's been more than 3,000 people who've been on this show since COVID began. What would you say to them if they're a skeptic and they're like, I don't know, man, like coming from one person who is analytical and cautious to another, what would you say to them about that invitation?
I would say just give it a chance.
Very cool. Well, I appreciate you and being here today. You did a great job.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you. Chris, what do you have for Carolina, please?
Yes. So first of all, I loved how you were dealing with her specific needs and basically were answering like what she was asking for, because basically there was just giving like so much value in terms of that you're really qualified for taking that offer. I think in terms of what you could have done, like maybe getting earlier to the offer, like the yes you're asking for, so that basically there's still some time left in terms of like dealing with maybe some hesitancy. But like doing that, I think it was great. So I would give you this time the 9.4. Derek. Love it.
Awesome job. And again, Chris, thank you for being here. And how was your day on The Real Raw?
I mean, that was amazing. Just from my heart, thank you. It's been an honor and a privilege.
Well, thank you, brother, and looking forward to meeting in person soon.
Same.
Thank you. And let's go, Wilbur. Please, what did you have for Cara?
Yeah. So Cara, amazing transition from that probing to positioning things. You went from asking all the questions you needed to gather your information to present something to her like this without it being an awkward, so let's do this. The only anything I could give at all that I would see as a pushback is having some kind of idea of if she either wouldn't go to that lunch or if that lunch is literally strictly for that margarita, to make sure that you have a relationship going forward in whatever aspect, even if it's not the one that you had looked for initially.
And your score is?
Oh, that's easily a 9.4 too. 9.4 is now a great number in my world.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank you.
Excellent job. Wilbur, thank you for bringing this scenario. Thank you for bringing your heart and your energy today. And how was your experience with us?
Oh, this is great. And you know, anybody that would have any qualms about this, I think that they really just haven't sat down and seen what they're getting into. You know, it's a great networking tool. It's a great way to, you know, kind of shed a shell if you're afraid of something. And I mean, what negative is there in never getting positive feedback? I mean, come on.
Oh, thank you, brother. Did a beautiful job. Appreciate you. Julia, from one closest person, actually, I think we're about 10 minutes apart right now physically. So if you're in Paramus right now.
I'm not, but
where are you right now?
I'm in Upper Saddle River.
So we're probably closer. I'm in River.
Are we? Oh, there you go. Who knew?
Yeah, so awesome. So what feedback do you have for Cara?
I think you did an awesome job, Cara. I really think it's great that you started with kind of like the pain point. What is stopping her from getting to the next level? I think to have people open up and talk about that is really, I think, key in getting them to trust you and to developing the relationship. My only feedback is really maybe talking to her about what that next level is. Like, where does she want to get to? What is the ultimate goal? And then like you could build, you know, like, then how do we get there together kind of thing. But I think you did an awesome job.
Awesome.
And your score?
I'm going to say 9.5 to outdo everyone else.
And Julie, thank you. And how was your day with us on the Railroad?
I thought this was awesome. I thought this isn't like the other networking meetings. You know, I think this takes it to the next level where we could really learn and grow from each other. And I thought it was really awesome.
Thank you for that. And where are you from originally? You Bergen County person or no?
I was actually born in the Ukraine. So I'm from far away. So
that is not Bergen County.
That is not. That's a little further.
Well, you live in a beautiful area, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Yeah. Carolina, how was your day with us on the Real Raw? Great job dealing with crazy cousin Patty O'Hara, saving Bella from unnecessary marriages. So how was your day?
I enjoyed it. I didn't know what to expect. So I just jumped completely into this. Definitely different from doing other networking, things like BNI or, you know, I just totally different. It wasn't what I expected, but
yeah. Thank you.
I like it even more.
I appreciate it. And, you know, we have a lot to unpack about it. Longer story for hopefully a day soon. So thank you for that, Carolina. And Cara, how was your day? Beautiful work. Going right after the sales sorceress, bringing her aboard, making martinis and margaritas and all kinds of M drinks. And I know, Bella, is a drink MEODNT?
No, that is not a drink.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, back to you, Cara.
Oh, thank you. No, I thought it was great. Like I said, I think it kind of takes us all out of our comfort zone to do something like this, and just I give you both credit for just being able to ad lib onto anything that is thrown your way. So kudos to both of you. Sean, one of the things I took away, one of the biggest lines I took away was from you when you were doing your presentation with Chris, was that you made a comment, you have every choice in the world, but you know, to make that choice or whatever, but I don't know you. And that's the one thing that we, for sales at least, we always want people to open up about themselves. And that's the way we learn and grow and feed on it. So that's the one thing I took away from you. So thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Love your energy, love your integrity. There's no question that you have all the dynamics that have made you a successful person and going from hello to yes in your life, Cara. And Oprah Winfrey said that the reason that she held the microphone for 30,000 people is every person she talked to, she left them with, I see you, I hear you, and what you say matters to me. So when we move away from manipulation, across the table technique, getting, taking, pitching, hooking, closing, all the things, and we step into a space where we genuinely love people, we love them unconditionally, and we love them with boundaries. And when that's the place we come from, then we could authentically, desperately want to leave them with, I see you, I hear you, and what you say matters to me. And that's the name of the game of connecting with humans. But it's integrous when it's not part of a sales script, but part of loving people. And I feel that energy from you, Cara, and all you guys today. It was beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. Bella Vrita, final, because you bring that every day. And Bella, I'm going to say this straight up. You make me better. You make me better every day. And thank you for doing that. So over to you.
Oh, thank you for that, Sean. And it really is an honor and a privilege to be part of this ecosystem and to, have so much back end knowledge and behind the scenes view of what Unblinded is, because I get to be, in front of the screen, I get to be behind the screen, and everything that is in front is the same as it is behind, with leading with heart, integrity, and heart and math. And so it's an honor and a privilege, to be here to, witness not only, how you, can raise, $750,000 in, 30 minutes, but how you can also, be in a room full of 160 Disney executives and move them to tears in less than 30 minutes. It is incredible. And there's a formula. And every Monday night, Sean unpacks that. Monday and Wednesday, I think it is now. There's like a replay or something. But definitely one of our team members will reach out to you as to like, what's the next step to like stay involved, to learn more about the formula, how you can apply it to your business. So definitely take that call, because if not, then it could cost you like a cucumber martini or something, and you don't want to miss that opportunity. So definitely join us back on Monday night, and definitely join us, take that call when the team member reaches out. Back to you, Sean.
Yeah, no, thank you guys. Did a beautiful job. Truly appreciate you. Wilbur, Julia, Chris, Derek, Carolina, and Cara. Outstanding job. It was like a heart present, beautiful day today. And you co-created that magic. Thank you. Bella Rita, you just always rock it. So love you guys. Appreciate you. Have a beautiful rest of Trajectory Tuesday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.